Hey everybody, happy Sunday. All right, happy Sunday everybody. Hit me with your best shot. I always leave my coffee there. I miss it. There it is. Okay, here's my coffee. Anyhow. Cheers, everyone. Happy Sunday. I played a little Neil Giraldo, Spider. We'll call him Spider. Nickname Spider. Pat Benatar's husband. Probably one of the more underrated guitar players out there from the from classic rock. You know, my era of what I talk about every Sunday. Reason why? Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees came out again. I talk about that a lot here as it goes by, and as the nominees come out, as the winners get, or the honored people get nominated and put in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Pat Benatar has been nominated before. When Pat goes in the Hall of Fame, Neil will also go in the Hall of Fame as her husband, songwriter, lead guitarist, producer, arranger, everything else that he's done. Pretty amazing guy. And, you know, well deserving of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Lots of hits, huge career, still doing it. You know, all the good things that I think that should be noted when they nominate or put these people in the honor of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And again, when these nominees come out, there's always people that everyone says, they're not rock and roll, like Dolly Parton's nominated this year, and a bunch of other people that, you know, on the fringe, you know. But again, I'm going to say it again and say it every year. Rock and roll is inclusive. Everybody's included. It's a very general term, rock and roll. When it was, you know, the phrase came out in the, I guess, the 50s. Alan Freed from Cleveland. That's why I think from Cleveland, Alan Freed coined the phrase rock and roll, and that's why the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in Cleveland. Because I read the plaque outside the building in Cleveland. Go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I don't care if you don't like what their ideas are and everything else. Go there, especially if you're a guitar fan, because man, I walked in, it's like, oh, this is a guitar museum, and this is the place for me. And I spent so much time there. Here's a tip for you. Buy your tickets online. Go early, and just go when the doors aren't open yet. Go in, and try not to go when there's a big event. We went when there was a Blue Jay game in Cleveland, which was, you know, we beat the Rush still. But what happened was, if you buy your tickets online, as the doors open, everybody goes to the ticket office, and then you scoot downstairs because you have tickets already. Then you're the first person in, which we were, and then we got all the room to ogle, stare at, drool over guitars, and lots of good stuff there. But anyways, I'm hoping that Neil and Pat get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because they deserve to. And this year, last year was a lot of guitar players would love the fact that Randy Rhoads posthumously was entered into Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And this year we have Neil, and we have Tipton and KK Downing. Now, if Judas Priest gets in, which they got 2 strikes against them. I'm going to be very careful when I say this. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame does not like hard rock, metal. And seems to tend, I'm going to go be careful on what I say here, seems to cater and put Americans in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. If you look at the people that got in last year, I think one was not from the United States. And just an observation, guys. That's all. This solo is probably one of the most iconic guitar solos in classic rock, album-oriented rock, ARR. It's just a killer solo. When I first heard it, it was like, wow, man, that guy's, Neil's, he's spot on. And I knew he was spot on before because, I think the first song we heard was "You Better Run," and he's in the video with a Strat and just ripping on a Strat, and then, "Heartbreaker's" a killer solo. They're all great solos. Funny. When they got into the 80s, he started playing Telecasters and Strats, and there's some live videos that we've seen where he doesn't even play any leads. He stops playing lead solos. I don't know what he did there, but the Heartbreaker live in this one live video I saw, and it's out there. You can go out there and check it out. That big solo at the end of Heartbreaker, he doesn't play it. He just kind of just chugs chords. Interesting. Great guitar player. He also played, just a tidbit for you guys on trivia, he also played on Working Class Dog, Rick Springfield's album. So Jesse's Girl, that's all Neil. I think they had a drummer, and then he tracked the whole song. That's one thing he also does, old school, cuts all the tracks live, guitar and drums. And all his tracking today, he even says the songs they do today, that's all he does. So Hit Me With a Best Shot, he just basically tracks the rhythm guitar, gets the drum track down, and then does all the overdubs. And that's what he did with Jesse's Girls too. Anyhow, everybody wants to hear that nice little arpeggio thing that he does at the beginning. So it's kind of like it's kind of a little before his time, doing a little what we call sweep picking arpeggios. So it's a little. Get it right. A flat, G sharp, whichever you're pleased here. A flat, minor. At the 11th fret, G string. You're walking up the stairs, minor shape here from the, well, it starts off 11th fret. I'm sorry, did I say G? 11th fret, E string. 12, B. 13, G. I do a little rake or a little sweep. Part that's kind of vague in that is after he goes, kind of hits an E power chord there down to the low. That part there. That's up for your interpretation, how he plays that part. But there's a lot of cool stuff in there. A lot of and then, anyways, killer guitar player Neil. Let's say I'm gonna say they're in this year. Lots of competition, stiff competition, but I think Pat Benatar, this is year. Todd Rundgren, my God, last year. How many times has the guy been nominated? It got to the point where he didn't even show up. He didn't show up for the induction ceremonies, but good. Well, I don't know. I think he should go, but Todd's one of those guys, if you know Todd. Anyways, he also wanted to show off a hollow body because Neil plays hollow bodies now. He plays a red Guild hollow body from the 60s. That's what he plays. He used to play, I think he played a BC Rich, is it an Eagle? Eagle. BC Rich Eagle, brown one for all the classic early stuff for Pat Benatar. I think he still has that guitar. He played in Rick Derringer's band before Pat, and they were introduced after Pat got signed to write the songs, and then they basically are together ever since. They're still married. And but when he was Rick Derringer, Rick had a BC Rich endorsement, so he joined Rick Derringer's band after a major audition, and then they were picking guitars, and Neil said, "I want a Mockingbird," and Rick Derringer said, "No, I play the Mockingbird. Yeah, you get whatever else you want." So yeah, he bought the Eagle. So I guess wait for the leader of the band. You dictate the guitars. Love Mockingbirds, by the way. Mockingbirds are probably the best, the most incredible. I'll do respect to Gibson for the Explorer and the V. I think the Mockingbird is the most classic, radical, weird-shaped guitar. I love it. I should have brought it out. Anyhow, this is my Epiphone hollow body, a limited edition. It says limited edition on here somewhere. If you can read that, I don't know. It doesn't say the year, but I believe this was 1999. And it's all hollow. If you can see, there's no control cavities in the back. This sucker's all hollow. And man, does it ever sing. And no, I'm not selling it for all you Epiphone people out there. Anyhow, cheers to everybody out there surviving it all. Hope you got out to a restaurant or something. And, do your part. Do your part. Be safe. Be smart. Be smart. Be smart. That's all I got to say about what's going on in Canada right now. Just be smart. Anyhow, we'll get back to some live streams coming up. We've been pretty busy these days with lots of stuff, mostly shoveling snow. And hope you're staying warm out there. It's damn cold out there. Anyhow, we'll get back to some Sunday live streams. Bridge on Fire has got some gigs coming up in February 25th in Cambridge. And keep on rocking out there, people. Take it easy. Happy Sunday. Happy winter. Take it easy.